Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Season 2, Episode 7 of Interview with the Vampire. Massive cliffhanger we left off on. Louis and Claudia and Madeline are essentially in vampire court, so we'll see how that plays out. Claudia had one hell of a fight scene that I enjoyed, and Lestat is back, so let's see where we go.
I thought you'd be most excited for Lestat being back, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what happens in this theater because we know a fire happens, but how, when, where, why?
I gotta be honest, guys. As far as penultimate episodes go, or it's debatable whether there's a T in there. Nobody really knows. It's been such a wild ride all the way through part 1 and part 2. And as far, again, as penultimate episodes go, I am as excited for this one as I think I ever have been. And that was when we just saw the 3 on stage. Yep. And then, and the big reveal.
We saw him.
That Lestat is backstage. And between Armand and Louis, lies, deception, what's real love, what's manipulation?
What's love got to do with it?
Let's go!
Oh, we're getting their point of view.
Session 15, Louis de Pontelac, the child vampire Claudia, and her companion Madeline are... Anyone want to start?
Are they with us?
Abducted. Overwhelmed. Outnumbered.
Oh.
Armand sold you
I'm
out.
talking now.
Remember said to fear him more.
Trying to bite anything that moved outside the sack. Straining for any sound of her. Any sign she was alive.
Oh! In the box.
The premeditated murders of the vampiress Antoinette Brown and the vampire Lestat de Lioncourt.
I fell in and out of consciousness.
Gruesomely!
Oh, they got a whole setup.
If the prosecution's evidence convinces you to...
And if we attempted to speak our unwritten parts,
We didn't know any laws.
the cover members sitting behind us would use their collective powers to disorient our minds.
Oh,
wow.
We've no need to hear from you. We have your words here in all their chilling...
the whole collection.
You go on planning, quote, our future together, end quote. Well, I have already planned yours.
And quote.
Much time left, Lestat. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Shame.
But give it a read.
They can't even say that.
Use must stay silent and must stay secret.
Oh, they cut their Achilles.
Oh, God.
Set dressing. Nailed to the floor.
Oh, God, they sliced all their Achilles.
A growing sense of nausea took over me. I could feel a presence,
Here he comes.
a familiar scent.
Forgotten of Magnus.
The audience was leering and feral. We were on trial for murder.
Holy shit, here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
He's coming.
the victim, Monsieur Lestat de Lioncourt.
There he is.
Holy shit, Lestat is back.
I mean, we knew at the end of the last episode, but yeah.
But still. Oh, he's looking sharp.
He always does.
Written by the vampire Claudia, in which your last words are recorded in your own blood. I swear, in my own blood.
Change his accent.
Monsieur de Lioncourt, You've returned to Paris because? I have a box at Roland Garros for the men's doubles. I'm going to train the Australians if they win. And a croque, madame.
Oh, not going off the
Out of the
script.
script.
And justice for the attempted murder of my being.
I don't know. He's back on the script.
I don't think he's going to stay on script, though.
It's their turn to hurt.
He does whatever he wants.
He was back in the flesh.
It had all the hallmarks of a hallucination. Lestat, at last, come to kill us. But no, he was real.
So, your new boyfriend, the star witness's testimony was scrupulously impartial.
Take us back to the beginning
Santiago.
of butchery.
It's a story of love, not butchery.
Look at Madeline, just out of it.
Story of love wrong.
What kind of instrument is that? That is interesting.
He's always been difficult for me.
Died by his own hand.
Oh, with a little help from others.
I followed Lestat's gaze and saw Armand in one of the boxes.
Love of his life, huh?
Just a clarification for the readers. To save your own life, Armand, you screwed over Louis, Madeline, and then you sat in the best seat in the house.
Wow.
My only sustenance, the ancient blood already inside me.
You awoke in 1908, but even a century underground could not obliterate the pain of Nicolas' death.
I did what many have done when too many ghosts haunt the old world.
You left for the new one, bobbed the Atlantic in search of America's star-spangled shores.
I disembarked for New Orleans, the humidified daughter of Paris.
Humidified.
Did you meet there, Monsieur de Liancourt?
Oh, it's the first time he's looked at him.
American Puritanism mangling his very soul.
Disreputable, cold, violent.
Louis first accosted me in a pleasure house, and then everywhere I went, as if by happy accident,
Chasing
come
him
on.
down. Come on.
offering to be my chaperone, his eyes sliding down me.
Look at his eyes.
Mind control.
A vampire was being hunted. With every breath, every heartbeat, every sidelong glance, Louis was saying, "Come to me."
Come to me? Those are his words.
Boo this man.
How do you know that it was not your own voice, Louis, speaking your own unspeakable desires, screaming them in the darkness in the hopes that I would come to you?
This is not a performance.
Oh, look.
Everyone is just crushing it here.
The accused called to you from within a church where he was confessing his sins to a priest.
I destroyed that priest and another right in front of him.
Yes. You put your fist through his skull.
Yes.
Yep.
An immortal life. And I offered it to him in the church, on the altar.
And with the two dead priests in his purview, the accused raised up his hands and took your face in them with a kiss of acceptance.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you say something?
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
shit.
You tried to desert, but you couldn't read your map, and eventually you stumbled back to your line and claimed you'd been lost in the fog.
Oh.
In attendance with us this afternoon, they may, like yourself, be disgusted by the transcendent love between two vampires of the same sex, but I won. Where lies their disgust now?
Holy
What a performance.
shit.
Oh. That's why they showed him uneasy before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Crippled by qualms, he drank only from animals.
I didn't want to eat people.
He didn't want to eat people. Do you get it? It's all of you.
The cats. Oh,
His
jeez.
face in the cartoon.
Human loneliness magnified by millennia, by the never-ending road that we walk.
Do they not know this?
How could they?
Take my hand. This is lonely.
Oh, he's able to share his feelings?
There was a night when one of Louis's infrequent kills upturned the city, and he threatened me with this lonely.
Oh,
The blood tear?
Good luck on how that didn't ask. Gave me no say. Made me more of a vampire than anyone up here.
A child
14 years old.
recalling her transformation weeks after the event.
No!
Guilt had seized reason. Claudio on the ledge of death.
You know you can do this.
And she'll be what? A lapdog.
Not a dog.
A daughter.
I'll stay. I'll never leave you. Ever again.
Oh, a promise.
Light I'd not seen for years. But I resisted, because I knew the wisdom of the great laws. Her mind and her spirit will age, but the world will treat her as she is now.
Thunder and fire.
And she will be miserable, and you will love her, and it will spiral beyond your reach.
I mean,
I mean, it's
Not,
not wrong. It's
not
not wrong.
You have to drain her first, Louis.
She asked if I was an angel. Me. It's not how it happened.
and we're doubting what we saw.
And once again, memories.
I didn't think it at the time. But, yeah. Look at her. My beautiful little daughter. Please, please, please.
Oh,
Oh.
Please, I'll be anything. Please. Please. Please, please, please. Please, please, please.
Wow.
I made her for Louis. She is my blood. I broke the second law. When you sentence them for their crimes, you sentence me too.
Ah, but you were manipulated.
Ooh, look at Santiago with the save.
Oh, she sees right through it.
How Claudia was made, he didn't tell me what she would be.
Who's back?
74 years have provided
Unwelcome clarity.
Claudia was an unforeseen joy, a formidable fledgling, a consummate killer.
Yeah, she was busy.
Louis coddled her, and I gifted her a predator's upbringing. But
lunch is served.
But Claudia's defect caught up with her.
You could have told me I had a defect.
Claudia's moods worsened. She harmed herself in the sun for attention and followed that with a killing spree. Corpses.
Yeah, floating up.
The vampiress taught in the wind for 7 years. And Louis.
The raccoon.
Yeah.
The raking.
Trash panda.
And he folded inwards.
So small cart.
If every word coming out of his mouth is
Oh, place getting all messy.
Yep.
What do you do? Do you find affection elsewhere?
Antoinette Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Later, the vampire Antoinette.
He's got that audience in the palm of his hand.
Claudia assessed the fragility of our union. She's an artful predator. I can say that now. I see the best of my vampiric self in her. She looked at me, and then she turned to Louis and said, "Abandon Lestat. Come with me to Europe."
There it was.
And he was hers again.
And you and Louis fought.
At first, we just slammed each other around our townhouse.
Yeah, it's just
Not so much each other.
7 years of compromise, denial. It all gave way. Stay down, chérie.
Oh, this is different than I remember.
Louis is a little aggressive here, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna leave me.
I'm gonna take this hand here and wrap it around that scrawny neck of yours.
Whoa.
Big old butcher knife. And chop your head off. And then I'm gonna walk that head all the way to Audubon Park, and I'm gonna feed it to the lions. And I'm gonna
Whoa. Jacob crushing.
Wow.
What's wrong with you?
And that was that.
I'm burdened with my maker's temple.
No.
No.
You used your cloud gift. You flew the accused high up into the air, and you let him fall. 2 kilometers. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you to set aside your mortal biases and remember that we are monsters. And to us monsters, what's a bite between paramours? You knew he would be fine, and he was fine.
No! He wasn't fine. I couldn't persuade him to return my affections. I couldn't force him to love me, and so I broke him. What is worse than that? Crushing what you cannot own. I hurt the one. I hurt the only one.
Doing it again. Hurting you again.
Oh, Claudia's just not having it.
I will always be sorry for what I did to you.
If it's true, it's too late.
I was not worthy of the forgiveness you would give me.
Is he getting through to him? Who's telling the truth?
This is Lestat. What he does, over and over.
Until you're left with no sense of what is or what is not.
There you go.
I wasn't thinking about Lestat's.
Just zip it, Armand.
I was thinking about how I was going to die. But what? It moved Claudia right up on her feet.
Good.
Oh, here we go. Her turn. Claudia's gonna let it rip.
Real pretty. We poisoned him.
A confession!
He's not dead. He's standing right here in front of us. Can I cry and say that I'm sorry to him? That's all, Dad.
Oh.
Just working for you, Lestat.
You gotta accept my apology.
Claudia, stop.
What is going on with Madeline?
I don't know why I bother. You didn't come here for me. One more round in the stormy romance of you two.
Stormy would be a...
It's not a trial. It's a stoning.
Took the air out of the place with that one. Got a lot less fun real quick.
But they had their Technicolor film, Tuan Pham's wizardry with it. And they had Lestat back in the chair, fully recovered from his apology, back on mission, delivering his lines, picking up his cues, hypnotizing the mortal.
The father duped by his ungrateful and diabolical children. The father ridiculed and humiliated in his final minutes.
Oh, he's painting a picture.
They had uncovered our crimes there, in Paris.
And sent a signal flare to America, waking the victim from his state of repose.
She had confessed. I couldn't move. Lestat would have his vengeance.
And how does it... Okay. Oh, I thought they were...
Oh, what's he having? Blood pudding? Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
At least it's not in a styrofoam cup.
There is a thing as blood pudding in real life.
Yeah. Blood sausage.
Yeah.
You feel better now?
The sentencing.
For the heretical desecration of the first, third, fourth, and fifth.
Oh, jeez.
Are you not the horse a mile ahead of the cart?
Madame Justice.
The vampire Madeleine, what is her crime?
Oh, she's just a bastard fledgling. Made without the knowledge.
Ooh.
Wow, just...
Yet she is oblivious to the crimes committed by her maker.
It is only fair that she be offered the same choice as any vampire.
This is true and fair in accordance with vampiric law.
Whoa, what are we doing here?
And become one with us.
It's her way out.
She must join or die.
Oh, the humans aren't having it.
Madeleine
humanoids.
Epavier Heights!
Well, those
choice
accused will
is
probably
yours.
heal up eventually if they're vampires.
The accused you sit with and join our coven.
No, pick me.
I'm the vampire Madeleine Eparvier. And my immortal companion is Claudia. My coven is Claudia.
Oh, that's a big no.
For the heretical desecration of the first of the great laws, what say you for the vampire Madeleine Eparvier? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. She didn't do anything.
What is your sentence?
Well, they bought all that equipment.
For the heretical desecration of the first, third, and fourth, and the murder of the vampire Antoinette Brown, and the attempted murder of her maker, the vampire Monsieur Lestat de Lioncourt, what say you for the vampire Claudia?
Oh, look at the look on his face.
And the sentence.
May I ask the court for a final request?
No.
Let her have it.
Man in the balcony, wearing the hi-hat, would you kindly remove it?
Sir, would you grant the condemned her last request?
Thank you.
Oh, so the person behind can see.
I'm gonna come back and fucking kill all of you. And if there isn't an afterlife, I'm still gonna find a way.
Bailiff!
Oh, Lestat almost respected that.
For the vampire, Louis de Pointe du Lac, guilty or not guilty?
They couldn't be any more excited.
And the sentence.
Oh, Lestat won't let him say it.
Is it Lestat or Armand?
Oh.
Oh, it's him.
Oh, it's
it was Armand.
What a twist.
Banishment. Banishment.
Punishment!
Oh.
Oh, but you mortals are bastards, aren't you? Arguably, a sentence worse than death. All right, have it your way. Send him to Belgium.
Take him downstairs. Tuck him in nice and tight.
Oh, is he going in the rat box?
Stat, you have the power to stop it. He just sat there.
Just sat there and let
Let
it
it
happen.
happen.
Only Armand tried to save him.
I fought back. There wasn't much fight left in me. They took me to their crypt.
Oh, okay.
Filled the coffin with rocks so I couldn't move.
What was that, Louis? I can't hear you.
He would survive a fire in there, probably.
And while that's going on, she's upstairs on stage.
During the daytime.
Ask him. I wasn't there.
Okay.
All right, Armand.
Does anybody have the time? Oh, dear. Way past our bedtime. What you're about to see is fake.
Before Santiago pulled the blackout curtain hiding the perfectly mounted observatory lens for the perfectly timed sun in the sky above the theater.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Oh!
When they're close, I want to find where the wild wind blows.
Claudia gave the audience her back.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
The last thing she saw on Earth was him.
Nothing but ash.
Oh, there it was. There was that episode.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to give Sam Reed like an hour of dialogue and just let him rip. That's what we're going to do in this episode. Amazing.
Did Sam Reed not win excuse my language, did he not win a fucking Emmy for this?
No, I don't know if there were some folks in the comments saying something about the awards or something or another, and I forget what the story behind it was, but yeah, I don't think anybody's won anything.
That was an answer-esque story.
Well, no, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Like this show wasn't eligible for it, or because of the performance that he did it wasn't eligible. There was some reason. I just don't remember why. I didn't want to say it wrong.
Right here it said interview received 2 Emmy nominations, one for outstanding period or fantasy sci-fi hairstyling, and one for outstanding period or fantasy sci-fi makeup.
Yeah, but they didn't get any nominations. It looks like.
Hair and makeup is what they got.
Snub and other categories. While the show is praised for its writing, production, and acting, it did not receive nominations in major categories like Best Drama Series. This led to frustration among fans and critics who felt the show was unfairly overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
What a load
there.
of bullshit. If Sam Reed doesn't get awards for this performance,
say what you want, but it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay, whatever.
For the second season.
Whatever.
100%. What more do you need?
Dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, and not just Sam Reed. Look, I think everybody's performance. I mean, Jacob had his moments in here.
And I said it the last episode. The guy who played, I'm sorry, I forget his name again. The guy who played Sebastian.
Or
excuse me,
Ben
Santiago.
Daniels.
Yeah, Ben
Daniels,
Daniels.
not Sebastian. Santiago. I mean, Ben Daniels just over and over.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, everybody delivered. And this episode was, again, I didn't expect the vampire court to go the entire episode with Lestat pretty much having all the dialogue of the whole episode. We had the little back and forths with Louis and Armand and Daniel just kind of getting us caught up. But as an actor, I can only imagine that these are the type of performances that they love and they just can't wait for. Not only is it a period piece, but it's a piece with amazing dialogue. Just the way they use words is quite literally an art form, if I could be so high and mighty with it. The way that they weave the sentences together and the things they say, it's so intriguing, and everybody absolutely delivered. And that's a massive credit, of course, to Anne Rice for providing the novels for all this to happen, and then the writers to make and the directors to make the adaptation to TV, which is never easy to do. It's never easy to take such a massive volume of work, which they have for this, and to make it into a series and to make it work. I mean, all the things that this would have going against it. It's on AMC, which is a rather small channel. It's a period piece, so it's going to have somewhat of a high production value given, the sets and everything. But it does give a chance for some young, relatively unknown actors to completely shine, and they absolutely did in this. I mean, I would be amazed if everybody in here isn't going to find a whole hell of a lot more work than they already had, because this was just brilliant. The trip that we took and the retelling of basically the whole first season was just brilliant, and the way that it was done was incredible. I mean, again, I'm not sure how far I was leaned into the TV, but it seemed like I would get a little bit closer, and then they blow me away with something, and then I would start coming back in, because it was just wild what we saw here, and just such a simple thing. I mean, it was basically a stage show for us as the viewer. It's basically what it was. The set was what it was. It was the stage, and then we would flash back to Dubai every now and then, but that was basically it. And the actors and the music, which played a huge part. I do want to shout them out as well. The music in here really set the tone as well. So that was brilliant. But just another amazing episode of a show that keeps getting better. And now, look, Louis is inside a coffin, covered in rocks, inside like a morgue style holding area, I guess you'd say.
Crypt.
That's what he called it. Yeah, crypt. And answer, we know that fire's coming.
Yeah.
We know the fire's coming. Now it's just who's it going to be? Because I thought maybe it was Lestat saving Louis from death, and it wasn't. It was Armand controlling everybody in the audience. That was an interesting twist. And they actually gave Madeline and Claudia the chance. They could live. All they had to do was join the coven. And essentially,
they didn't give that. They didn't give that to Claudia. You said to Madeline and Claudia. No, it was only Madeline they gave that choice to.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I was getting a little carried away there, but they gave Madeline the choice.
She already was a member of the coven and broke laws 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah, so no chance for her because if you think about it, Madeline's essentially not an innocent victim, depending on how you look at it from the vampire's point of view. So that would make sense that they would give her that chance, but she declined, and this is what we got. But yeah, just an amazing show that just, again, it transports you there. You feel like you're there. You feel like you're in the audience. And speaking of the audience, just the last thing I'll say here is I loved the scene where all of a sudden Lestat was in the audience just like that and just called out the soldier for his essentially cowardice in the war and, made him the most, I forget the word that he used, despised
they were
or
disgusted.
disgusted. Yes, the
And
most
so-
disgusted one in the room. So that was a really neat twist that I didn't see coming. And they just had that little setup to it. They had the camera on that actor for a second, and then they pan back, and you're like, is there going to be more to that? Absolutely there was. So just brilliant. I'll happily take a near hour monologue by Sam Reed any day of the week. So awesome.
Yeah, what an amazing episode once again. Like I said before, my only frame of reference is the actual movie. And I knew what was going to happen to Claudia. I knew Stat was there. I just wondered how they were going to incorporate it into this show and how they were going to go about doing it. And if this rings true to the novel, let me know in the comments, because obviously I haven't read it, but my only frame of reference is a movie. So, I knew what was going to happen to Claudia in the end, but I was just wondering what was the way we were taking to get there with this show. And so, as soon as they introduced Claudia, I'm like, I know I'm going to get attached to this character as well.
Well, it's
this is not going to be good.
All three of us saw the movie, but you seem to be the only one who remembers.
I've
Claudia.
seen it because I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, because I couldn't. If you asked me, Mason Quinn, what happens to Claudia in the movie with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, I don't remember.
She gets trapped. Yeah. Well, trapped. Lestat traps her in a room where the sun comes like a well. So basically, the sun goes right over that. So right at noon, this time it was 1:39. So they knew the exact spot where the sun would be. That was noon, and it was right above her. And,
okay.
So,
yeah.
That's how she perishes. So I was wondering how is this show going to be different? And so they did make it somewhat. It was still Lestat's fault. He could have still stopped it, but as we saw at the end of the first season, where it was written in his blood, and hey, they did not burn him, Lestat. So he came back and he got his vengeance at least on Claudia. So now we'll see in the next episode where we go from there, because there, like you said, there still is a fire. But other than that, this episode was just basically let's showcase our actors for their acting at their finest, and they absolutely did. They absolutely crushed it. Everyone, from the even the guy in the audience where he held Lestat's hand and had his pain, because I'm just not cowardice, but him crying along with him. Yeah, it felt like, oh my God, if he grabbed my hand, that might be me too. Him sharing his thoughts and stuff with us, and that's just in real life, not even acting it up for the camera. So everybody just was amazing. Obviously, Ben Daniels as Santiago has been crushing it this whole thing. Jacob Anderson, Sam Reed, mad respect to Delaney Hales for being Claudia this season. She crushed it as well. Even with having the wherewithal that even though she was going through this, she was still going to be defiant to the end. And she had a good point. She's like, wow, really? He dropped him from 2 kilometers up, letting him fall, and now asks for forgiveness and is crying, and you're granting him that. Can I not ask for forgiveness?
Yeah.
Cry after I poison him? Because that was her being defiant to the last thing, and then obviously they all just put their minds to it.
Well, he knew it wouldn't kill the vampire. It'd just be a hard fall.
Just a hard fall, yeah, but still. Oh yeah, that's what you tell someone when you do something to one of your loved ones. Oh, I knew they wouldn't perish.
Yeah, I knew you'd make it.
Yeah, I knew you'd make it. Yeah, of course. I mean, geez. So it just her defiance even all the way to the end, and then Madeline just choosing to be with her, and it was finally someone choosing Claudia first, which I thought was important to Claudia, and that's why she held her so tightly. And then giving the last look at Lestat, like letting Lestat know, this is because of you.
On you, yeah.
This is on you. I'm the last thing you're gonna look at, and the way that she told the audience too that she saw all their faces, and if she's like, if there's an afterlife, I'm coming to get you. If there isn't, I'll still find a way. So it was just amazing, this whole episode. And then even getting Lestat's retelling of the stories, now you seem to wonder which is accurate and which isn't. And it goes back to, well, not Agent Rashid, but the other guy last episode. Agent
Ronglin or something.
Yeah, Ronglin James. He's the one that even said, hey, careful for Louis, not Armand. He's like, I'd be more fear of Louis. So this is getting really good, and we got one more episode for this season. Oh,
yeah, it's interesting that he says that, because despite all their flaws, which are many, between Armand and Lestat, it seems like you know what you're getting with those two, whereas Louis kind of seems like a loose cannon. You don't know which way he's going to go.
I mean, he threw his blood pudding up against the wall that Oak was eyeing up.
So that's just an interesting
thing. Looked like Oak
thing.
wanted a spoon.
That's an interesting note to remember.
There was a few moments here that were a little bit difficult for me to stomach. The Achilles.
Oh, that's always the worst.
Like, you know, and then I don't know, man. We've watched so much drinking of blood, but just seeing it in like a cup like that, like
it also did not look like it was like liquid. It looked more like it was like that's why.
Well,
that's why I make the joke saying it was.
Didn't he have a spoon or something?
Yeah, he had a spoon. Yeah, it was chilled.
I don't. It's little shit. You know, it's weird, the stuff that gets me on this channel, and you know.
There it is. I just brought it up
as
as he's taking a nice big slurp.
Sorry, folks. I don't know what it is about the drinking the blood versus like eating it with a spoon, but some like legit. Like,
we'll move past that so someone
just
can get
gag.
through.
Like dude, it physically gags me. Like,
do you ever see when they put venom in with blood and it turns into like
coagulant?
That's basically what he was doing.
I don't know. It's so weird. Like the stuff you can watch and like not be fazed by it. And then, we did the Terrifier, which had some pretty bad stuff. Granted, there was like a throwback kind of 80s, like, I don't want to say comedic, to some of the gore, but like some of that I was fine with. But you see just a cup full of blood, eating it with a spoon, and or just the sliced Achilles. Look, the last three episodes of this part of this story have been emotionally exhausting, because you watch the first season and you feel like, okay, you have an idea for who all these characters are, and then they throw this brilliant like, are we misremembering? What does 75 years of of relationship with somebody else and fondness and it's crazy because part of it like reflects reality. It's easy to look back on past. It's not just past relationships, but the past in general. I mean, think about how many people look back on when they were growing up, and you just have nothing but nostalgia about how great it was. People that grew up in the 50s, it's so great. The 60s, 70s, 80s, and now even you get millennials who are talking about, what was it like to be growing up as a kid in the 90s was the best time. And
before you had the internet.
And we're like, no, the 80s was the best time to grow up. But but what about the 70s,
So you tend to look back on things with nostalgia, and definitely I think that's so much of what we got in season 1 was Louis looking back on his relationship with Lestat and everything with Claudia in nostalgia. And now you're getting the raw truth revealed, and it's like, well, it's not as pretty as what you thought, was it? It's almost like, if we were to compare it modern day, it's like what you post on social media versus what life is really like, And that's what we're getting. We saw that Louis significantly more aggressive in the fights that they had. I mean, you know, with what he was threatening Lestat with.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Lestat holding back.
Lestat, I'm going to squeeze your eyeballs, your head until your eyeballs pop and feed your head to the lions. I mean, this is not the passive, you know, just love drunk Louis that we knew from part one. We're seeing a totally different side of him. And it really makes you question everything. And now, like we talk on this channel about whether shows and movies are worth rewatches, right? And look, a rewatch of a movie, you're investing 2 hours of your time, 2.5 hours, and movies are easy to rewatch. Shows are much harder to rewatch because you have to carve out a much larger portion of your schedule in order to go back and rewatch. This is a show where I think you almost have to go back and, okay, now if I watch season 1 again, what can I catch? And you have to do it like right away almost, I think, because then it's almost what's happening, like a reflection of what's happening in the show. Oh, how do you remember what happened, you know? So I would like to go back and rewatch season 1 and see how the story is told and compare it to what's happening here, because we're getting a different story. As far as the performances from Delaney Hales, I mean, her performance as Claudia was just knockout. I mean, absolutely incredible. I know I talked about Sam Reed, but hers was amazing as well. And it's so interesting that Lestat was her maker, and you see so much of Lestat in her. The conflict, the confrontation, the boldness, that she won't stand down, the conviction that she has for the decisions she makes. And it was just so powerful. Madeline choosing Claudia over the Coven, I thought was really popular. And I thought it was so powerful because on two folds, Madeline, obviously had a very rough time. We talked about it the last episode a little bit more in depth. Those the wartime and the post-war time, very complicated time. So Madeline had her own, things that she was dealing with from her, choice to engage in relations with a German soldier. But Claudia accepted her for her and loved her for her. And I think Madeline recognized that and was like, you know what? I'm not going to walk away from this for people who they already hold me in contempt, like they were ready to, sacrifice her. I shouldn't say sacrifice, but put her to death until like, oh, well, technically, so basically they were going to let her off on a technicality, and she would have to spend the rest of her time with the Coven that took out Claudia, And so the decision that she made was super powerful. And for Claudia, like, she's, since I was made, she's had her frustrations, which they highlighted very heavily here with Lestat's discussion about her being 14 and everything she's going to face. He knew that she was going to face that. And for all the troubles that we've seen Claudia have, so much of them are because of the age that she's at. And
Lestat pretty much said what her whole life was going to be.
He said what her whole life was going to be. And that's why we have laws. You don't turn somebody when they're of this age, because they're going to grow in mind, they're going to grow in spirit, but they never grow in body, and they're going to experience conflict their entire lives. But, Claudia was always, a daughter thing to Louis and kind of a nuisance to Lestat. And so finally she had somebody who looked, that was all her own, and that looked up to her for who she was. And so the fact that Madeline and Claudia went out together, I thought was powerful. The fact that Claudia decided to, the way Claudia went out, she was singing the whole time. Yep. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of the screaming and all that. I'm going to sing as I go out and as I hold Madeline, and then I'm going to look Lestat in the eye.
Singing the song that everybody loved her for, too.
My final moments, I am going to look Lestat in the eye. And I thought that was just so powerful. So bravo to the writing, the script that was given to all the characters here. I may have been a little hard on Armand. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to wait until the final episode. He a little bit sold him out. He still sold him out, didn't he? Oh, I was given a choice. Well,
no, he stopped him.
Well, what I always wonder though too is like, Armand like ruled that coven with an iron fist. Like the last time Santiago tried like getting out of line, he had him picked
Could
up. By the
Armand
neck.
not have just told Louis and Claudia and Madeline, hey, by the way, they want us to set up a dinner. They're going to come and take you. So I'll tell them whatever. And you guys need to skedaddle back over to the United States and get out of Dodge. And I'll sacrifice myself so that you guys...
Well, it seems like Armand, I mean, initially it seemed like he would have had the power to stop the whole coven if he wanted to.
I think he would have. I think, look, maybe they're going, well, you know, Santiago would have known where they were at. They would have been able to find where they were at. But could Armand at least not have given those three a heads up? Like, hey, this is what's happening. You need to get out now, create some sort of diversion. I don't know. Jury's still out on Armand for me. And the other thing is with Armand is like, he knows how much Louis loves Claudia, right? But he doesn't love Claudia. Okay? He refused to turn Madeline, right? Because he loves Louis, but he doesn't love what Louis loves.
He hasn't turned anyone.
Yeah, he's never turned anyone. He doesn't love what Louis loves. So it's like, okay, well, I mean, that's a pretty shitty thing to do. Like, I want you for myself, but I don't want the things that come along with being with you. I don't want those. Though that's baggage to me. I want you. And again, I've talked multiple times about how I think Armand is an abusive significant other, and I think he's manipulative. And now the more I think about it, I'm getting myself worked up. And I think that's what, you know what? No, I want you, but I don't want the things that come along with you. And I know this is a vastly, you know, not apples to apples comparison, but it's almost like going into a relationship with somebody who has children. Well, I want you, but I don't want the kids. So let's just get them out of the, you know what? This is what comes along with being in a relationship with me. Claudia is what comes along being in a relationship with me. So you can accept it. Now, look, if Claudia makes the decision to go off and do her own thing. It's against
the vampire rules.
Yeah, well, the rules suck. You know what? And Armand, now I'm working myself.
Armand's just abiding the rules. Claudia's against the rules.
Look, they're gonna have to do something in the last episode.
Something you gotta abide by.
They're gonna have to do something in the last episode to get Armand on my good side, because right now he's not. Now, of course, I'm partial to Lestat.
He's so much better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's
2
better.
kilometers.
That's what it sounds like.
2 kilometers, Dave.
That's what it sounds like to me.
And it sounds like it wasn't even Lestat's fault. It sounds like it was
Louis' fault. Louis made him do it.
Louis is the one who's been.
That's what I'm getting from
Louis is the one that's been out of control.
Yeah, loose cannon.
Sam Reed. So, again, we're not on the panel for the Emmys. The people from the Emmys have not reached out to Bad.
Emmys or which award do you get for TV?
TV is
Emmys.
Is it Oscars, Emmys, Grammys? Who knows, right?
Oscars is.
Oh my God.
Is this
doing that for fun?
No, Oscars is movies.
He's trying to gaslight us, folks.
I don't know. There's Oscars. There's Golden Globes.
Yeah,
there's
Golden
Tonys.
Golden Globes does both. Tonys is just for like musicals.
Yeah,
and
like plays. Yeah. Emmys is for TV, television. And then they've worked. Well, Emmys used to be just for network television, and they've worked streaming shows into
because there's good acting everywhere.
Right. So they've worked streaming shows into Emmys, and the fact that they look, we go back and forth on this channel with how we feel about critics and stuff like that. But the fact that this show, we'll give you hair and makeup credits, really. What it's some whatever in any regard. Sam Reed's performance was absolutely brilliant, and I loved that what they allowed him. He was on script and then off script, and both were equally as powerful and emotional. And I just I'm already just so hyped. We have an episode left here, so I'm excited for that. But I'm already so hyped for the next series. Of course, we learned that they're working on season 3, and it's going to be focused more on Lestat. So I'm super hyped to see Sam Reed come back. I'm very saddened spoiled at the same times that we have to wait. You know, so often on this channel we'll catch shows that came out a few years ago, so we can go through all the seasons, and then we have to wait for the new one to come out. But in any regard, a brilliant episode, great performances all the way around, great writing. Like Answer brought up, even the audience members.
Yeah,
hey, we need you guys to sell how dramatic this story is. The looks on your faces in these little pans is going to be every bit as important as the performances on stage, and they nailed it. So
because I looked at the audience member that he held hands with, and he started breaking.
The soldier thing was super, super powerful, and that was interesting to me because it's like, and not to get too much on a soapbox here, but it's like, you can, there were people, obviously are still people who have their opinions on, when a man loves another man and a woman loves another woman and everything in between. But it's like, well, what do you do in your day-to-day life that, your behavior disgusts me? And he just pulled that one thing. Now, obviously being a deserter in World War II was huge, but I mean, even just breaking down the things that we do in our day-to-day life, like it's kind of like who are you to judge, but he knows. I mean, I almost felt like that he could have picked anybody in the audience and been like, okay, you're going to judge me. How about this, knowing everything about you?
Read his mind.
How about
right there.
Everybody's got their own secrets and things that they've done in their life that would you want that broadcast, and how do you think everybody else would perceive you? And the fact that he did that in such a powerful context with the war, and then even like, he didn't, turn around and gave props to the other guys. Hey, you have how many soldiers in here that serve bravely in the one? So, who are they disgusted by now? But again, a phenomenal episode. Can't wait for the last one. A little bit sad that it's ending, and very, very anxious to get on to season 3. But this was such a good watch.
All right, there it is. We got one episode left in this season. We cannot wait to get to it. We know y'all enjoyed it. We're enjoying it. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.